Hey, Jordan, let's talk about how we've had severe thunderstorm warnings already. We've had tornado warnings already with this line that went from the coast. Cantori talked about how powerful it was, and now banging up into the Sierra, losing some of that convection as it does so. Thankfully, a little bit of rain into Southern California and a flash flood warning popping up here along the coast. Also notice here's our low, and we have tightly packed isobars. Those white lines, the closer they are together, the breezier it's going to be here along the coast. The stronger the winds are, I should probably say. So there's a flash flood warning popping up. Again, the tail end of this squall line coming through. And as we get a little bit closer, notice that now we see the rain transitioning over to a higher elevation. We don't have as much convection. Temperatures are a little bit different here, but it's going right into the mountains. And so everything's going to get lifted up and cool and snow on out. San Luis Obispo here. We are in a flash flood warning with very heavy rain that's come through. And we've seen rain really day after day, almost we're talking month after month here now, because going back into December, we had atmospheric rivers. So we have already saturated grounds. Even the slightest bit of rain is going to exacerbate the situation. We've got wind, we've got rain reports here, and notice big chunks of rain down in around Montecito and also Santa Barbara. This is where we've been getting a lot of that flooding video in. In fact, that video from Ellen that so many people have seen, this little creek behind where they live, a raging river, and this is why. You're talking about a month's worth or more of rain in just a 24-hour period. How about the winds? San Francisco, we've been gusty all morning, the same into Monterey. And we will continue to see the winds taking down trees and power lines. And by the way, this number has been ticking up all morning long, over 200,000 without power. And the flooding here potentially into Southern California. Burn scars, by the way, are a big issue because that burned soil is as water repellent as pavement, and the trees are not there to hold the soil in place. You got the steep terrain, just a recipe for disaster here into Southern California, along with some thunderstorms too. This is all going to be rotating in as we head through the day today, and then we get a little bit of a break into Southern California over the next couple of days, but it's short-lived. We will see more weather come back in. You can see it really starts to clear out as we head into the evening hours. So today, rain and snow for the entire state, at least for the morning hours, and as we head into those afternoon hours, we will see things start to change and kind of go more towards Central and Northern California for us here in the overnight hours, but look, tomorrow through Thursday, Kelly, we don't get much of a break here in Northern California.
Yeah, not for the foreseeable
future. So let's talk about what we're dealing with behind the system, because we do have actually cooler temperatures and much drier conditions. So that'll be nice. I'll tell you in the south, though, some places are going to drop 20 degrees in our temperatures. It's going to be pretty significant. So here's our warm sector. That is our warm front, the leading edge of that warm air, everything south. Otherwise, we get some mixed precip on the backside of this. And yes, we have cold air, and it will be cold enough to snow for some places. But it will be a mix of rain and snow for a lot of us here. So look at Thursday. I mean, Chicago, we're 38. Minneapolis is 22, warmer as you head. This just shows you, look how thick it is, too. Pretty gnarly. And by the way, more rain, more snow. It's all coming into the West Coast, storm after storm after storm. We've got it here for you. This is our current atmospheric river coming in with snow into the Sierra and rain even into Southern California, where we saw in 24 hours half a month's to a month's worth in some places. Travel has been quite difficult here across the board. I-5 has been wet. It's been shut down. Now, I-5 hasn't shut down, but I-80 was actually shut down at one point yesterday up by Sacramento. This morning, it is Highway 101 north is closed from CA 33 to just south of CA 150. So there's Ventura for you, Justin. There's Ojai, just to give you kind of an example. And this is due to water and debris that's over the roads there. Wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this. Today, we get snow moving into the interior as well. So the Intermountain West will get a healthy dosing of snow tomorrow morning as well. That whole system's going to be moving east, and we have yet another atmospheric river coming in. But notice it's central into northern California, also into portions of Oregon. Southern California will get a little bit of a break. And tomorrow evening, this expands up I-5 northbound. But at least, Jordan, we are going to get a little bit of a break into Southern California, but it's a small break at that.
Right. And, you know, some of these severe storms.
Well, the rain that's coming into Southern California, which, by the way, we'll talk about, because obviously we had big issues in Santa Barbara, Montecito, down into L.A. with the showers coming in. Are you a big award show watcher?
No.
I'm not either.
I mean, I was getting into it for a while, probably like 5 or 6 years ago. And then I stopped. I guess I get the last big one was the Academy when Ellen was the host and she called.
I don't even
the
know when
pizza
that
company
was.
came
That
in.
tells you how
they
much
used to
I
be
don't really watch.
clever and good and fun. And
Yeah.
then,
I feel like I used to watch when I was a kid,
downhill.
maybe like the MTV Music Awards, because they had so many different performers. I basically wanted to be entertained. It's terrible. You're supposed to be like there to watch people win stuff, you know?
And you just want,
I'm like,
it's
can I
part of
just please?
Yeah, you're seeing a show also.
Yeah. All right. Time now for our Facts Are Facts. NOAA's annual billion-dollar disaster report just came out literally an hour ago. And 2022 marked the 8th consecutive year where the U.S. experienced 10 or more of these major disasters. Now, NOAA's final report